Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. I also live stream all of my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you would like an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alright, so tonight we're not really building anyone's PC, we're more of having a bit of fun tonight. So we've got one of the brand new RTX 3060 cards. So this card is brand new, it's just been released today globally. So this one here, we've got the Asus Tough Gaming version of the card. So as we can see here, it's a full-size card with 3 fans. It's just the standard 2-slot sort of dimension. Has a single 8-pin power connector. The interesting thing to note about the 3060 is it has 12 gigabytes of VRAM as opposed to the 8 that is in the 3060 Ti and the 3070. It's also got 2 more gigabytes of VRAM compared to the 3080, but it is just GDDR6, whereas the 3080 has the faster GDDR6X memory. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine as to what the rationale of sticking 12 gigabytes of VRAM in this card, because the reported benchmarks on this particular card put it at roughly 10% faster than the 2060 Super. So yeah, so it's sitting in that, definitely sitting in that mid-range. So a little bit, basically it's a little bit faster. You should say it's also a little bit faster than the 2070 by comparison. So it's interesting to see where this card actually fits in and see how it will actually sell compared to things like the 3060 Ti. So what we're going to do, we've got the cheapest desktop processor that you can buy in Australia here. This is the Celeron G5905. You can pick these up for about 60 Australian dollars. So very, very cheap. If I am not mistaken, it is a 2-core 4-thread processor. So what I thought it might be interesting to do is we get this 3060 and we get this cheap processor. And we just get some cheap RAM, cheap SSDs. Let's get Windows installed on it. Let's get some benchmark programs running, and let's see if this CPU holds this graphics card back, or whether this is the ultimate value gaming proposition now in 2021. It'll be interesting to see whether there might be a few games that might not like launching with this CPU because it might be below the minimum specs.
Jackson says.
The bottleneck though, yeah, we'll see. Well, let's see how much. The point of this is not that we might be bottlenecked. The point is to see how much we'll be bottlenecked and where we'll be bottlenecked. Because, you know, the thing with these CPUs is you pair a high-end graphics card with a relatively low-end CPU, you still get really good game performance. Like, I could put an i3 with a 3080 and it's going to get better performance than like an i5 with a 3070, for example. You know, it's a lot of it's got to do with the graphics card that you pair it with, but obviously at higher frame rates, CPU definitely comes into question. So I doubt this is going to see massive frames per second, but let's see how much performance we can get out of it anyway. It'll be a bit of fun anyway. That's all this is tonight. Customer wanted an upgraded graphics card from what we installed, and I just picked this up today for him. I'm not going to be able to ship it to him until Monday now, so I thought we'd just set this up and see how we go. So we're going to do benchmarks tonight.
If I was the customer, I'd be like, oh, what can it do?
Yeah, well, let's see. Your guess is as good as mine. So this looks like it will be the new sort of mid-range graphics card option. Like, the price is pretty high at the moment, but I'm thinking it will sit once all this nonsense with graphics cards ends. Yeah, I think it'll sit around the $500-600 mark, hopefully. And so at that price, it'll be a really good budget, like budget gaming option if you pair it with a cheaper CPU. There's plenty of coverage of people pairing graphics cards with really high-end CPUs and seeing how much performance they can get out of it. You don't see as much of this stuff on the low-end stuff, so while it might not be as exciting for some people, it's also pretty fun to watch. So let's get into it. So we've got a power supply here, we've got a motherboard here. Got everything we need for this right here.
Neil says this guy thinks he knows something about computers. Oh shit. Hi Tim, didn't see you sing.
How's it going, Neil? Good to have you with us. So, having a quick look around this board. This is just an Asus Z. Sorry, no, this is a B460. This particular board. So we've got 8-pin CPU power. Got a fan header, a couple more fan headers. All the usual things. The things we don't have is a USB-C header, and we've only got 2 M2 slots. That's basically it. Everything else is as normal. We won't be hooking up half of it because we're going to be doing this in a test capacity. We're not going to be actually building a PC in a case and stuff. We're just going to be hooking up our components on the motherboard. So I'm going to get this RAM safely installed. So we have 2 different brands here, but they are the same timings, so it's not going to be an issue installing these together. Oh. Come on, we all do that. Alright. So we've got our beastly CPU here. Hey, you go back in time far enough, and this will be a beastly CPU.
Yeah, it will.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll get our.
With a sticker.
Yeah, it's got a little "Go Faster" sticker. It doesn't even say the. It doesn't even say the word Celeron on it.
Oh, no.
It just says.
Aw.
Intel inside.
Oh.
Can you see that? I don't think you can see that from there. Maybe hold it up for him.
No, it's
No.
too little.
You have to hold it like right in front of the camera lens to make it focus in on it.
Oh, I don't even be able to do that. It's too little.
So this CPU actually does have onboard graphics. So we don't actually need anything else really connected to it other than this. And so what we're going to do like, we're just going to install Windows on this. We're going to run benchmarks and stuff like that, just the normal sort of apps that I'll do benchmarks on. We're going to see how they go. And in the meantime, we're going to actually connect it to the internet, and I'm going to download a heap of games onto this SSD. And then tomorrow night, we're going to pull it up one more time, and we're going to see how it runs in some actual games. So stick around for the wild ride. Make some predictions. How do you think it's going to go? So we're going to install just a little SATA SSD in here.
Tim, you got to read that one.
Political statements happening here, folks. Fixing computers is just cover for Tim. Look at the bloody shirt. Oh, of course Neil noticed the shirt. My antagonistic shirt. I like antagonistic shirts. Have you seen my display picture on Facebook? I'll have to send you that one, Neil. You'll like that.
Or the step on snack that you had.
Oh yeah, that was there for a while. That was when I kept having problems with libertarians.
Anthony says Asus GeForce RTX 3060 Tough Gaming OC 12GB at $939 from PCCG.
Yeah, I got this for $829. So, oh no, wait, no, this was $879. Sorry, it's the Eagle that's $829. Alrighty, let's put our tank cooling solution onto this CPU. Ready for some major overvolting. Not really.
Yeah, I was just going to say, somehow I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, so we've got an SSD installed. Look at that, we're time to install the graphics card already. You know, I usually like stick it down to the side and go, yeah, that's like the last thing that we do. Well, we're already at that stage. We don't need anything else plugged in other than the power. Power can be the last thing we plug in. Alrighty. Feels a bit lighter than a 3070, but not by much. I'll get you. Yeah, I'll let you hold it up, but I'll just de-sticketize it.
I just kind of want to hold it.
Yeah, I love these stickers. They really love the stickers.
Tim? Yeah, says, I'm just here to see my Tuck of July new motherboard direct from Wuhan, China. Did you order it, mate?
No, I've got one. I got one locally coming for you.
Oh, yay!
Yep. So we're gonna get it like not in July. You know, so that might be good as well. Oh no, Christine wants to hold it.
Yeah.
She's a very tactile woman. But I've got to get this stupid thick tape off. Oh, and more on the back.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why?
And probably more over the fans, but that's really painful to get off. So maybe hold it up so people can see it. 'Cause if you hold it up closer, the camera should focus on it.
Haha. Oh.
Yeah, it's catching my face. It's got facial recognition, focuses on the face.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's a graphics card. And this will be the easiest graphics card installation ever. Ta-da! Alrighty. So we're at the end of our build now. Let's plug in some motherboard power. Some CPU power. This SSD we'll install that later. graphics card power for this. Was that not properly in? I don't think that was properly in. No, it was in, but the clip, the plastic clip hadn't fully clipped. Okay. So you might be wondering, how do you turn it on if there's like no case or no switch? All we do is touch these two little pins here. Oh, well, we first turn the power supply on, and then we touch these two pins here. No. What happened there?
Tim? Neil says, why do I feel like I'm watching an episode, Tim? Isn't it Tool Man? We get to see Tim, but never the neighbor's wife's face. Isn't that part of the mystery, you know?
Part of the mystery. And so why won't this turn on?
I'll try to join Tim in some videos.
Okay, that's certainly strange. I might want to put in some video.
That might help.
No. Okay.
Can make things more.
Yes. We're ready to boot up. Alrighty. It's coming up here. The CMOS's been reset. It's probably got a flat battery or a faulty battery or something that's causing this. So we'll enter our BIOS. Okay, so we've got our memory there. Can't overclock it, no.
I think I'd be a little bit worried if you could overclock this though.
No, I'm just trying to overclock the memory a little bit.
Ah.
No, I'm not going to waste time doing that.
It's like,
If I could do it
don't
quickly,
know.
if I could do it quickly just then, I would. I mean, it's not going to make much difference. I don't think the CPU is going to really be able to take advantage of memory much faster than this. Okay, so let's give it something to boot to. And we've got our SSD there. Yep, sweet. Alrighty. So
What the fuck are you doing?
I just wanted to demonstrate to someone that there's definitely no other option on here. Don't worry, they'll know what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, so let's see how the Celeron goes installing Windows. It'll go alright. What's in? What's in?
I was just going to say, that's a really nice graphics card. We've got that, Tim. It's outside my budget right now. Hopefully in July when it's tax time I can buy one, but not right now, sad to say.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I hear you.
To be honest, they're a lot more pricey than what I thought they would be. Like,
No, it's because of everything that's going on right now.
yeah, I know, but
It's a bit ridiculous. I mean, we're selling GTX 1660 Supers for $500. I mean,
Yeah,
these were $350 cards just like 8 months ago. So yeah, blame the Bitcoin mining. Well, not Bitcoin, the Ethereum mining. That's got a lot to do with it.
buying old cards, so general users can't buy them.
Yep. That's exactly it.
It really sucks though, because like, people want to be able to game and they like cost too much to buy a PC for some people these days. Like some people only have like $1,000 to spend on their computer.
Well, I've got
That's a lot of money for a lot of
I've got a pretty good second-hand system with a fucking monitor and keyboard and mouse for $1,000 right now. So if anyone is on a budget and wants something half decent, hit me up. So you know we'd be restarting by now if it was an i9.
Oh yeah. It's taking a while.
Yeah. She's getting there.
It'll happen when it happens.
It'll get there. Eventually. We're nearly done. Getting ready to press that restart now button.
What's the cheapest 3060 that you saw?
The cheapest one was like $799. I think Galax had one at $799. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I can get you a 2060 for like $700. 1660 Super for around 500. The 1650 for around 300. 1050 Ti for like 230.
To be honest, if I wanted a 30 series, I'd be saving my pennies for a 3070 or 3080, but yeah.
Yeah, good luck on the 3080.
I know, I was just going to say good luck on the 3080 because, you know, they're hard to come by at the moment.
Yeah, I got Alex is next in line for a 3080.
But as long as it comes in white, see, that's why I'm buying. I need
You're
white
buying it for
that-
the colour, not the performance.
I don't need the performance in my
know.
computer.
I know,
That's the thing.
I know. Getting ready. But yeah, happy to answer people's questions here tonight. That's part of what we're doing here tonight, because we're just having a bit of fun, fucking around with stuff. So if you've got any questions about anything, hit me up.
It's starting to talk shit here, so, you know.
Yep.
What's the minimum power supply you would sell with a 30 series? I kind of want to know that.
Well, it depends what 30 series you're talking. I mean, 650 watt is fine for the most part, but you'd also go 750 or 850 if you've got it in the budget.
Anthony says, what I've noticed in the last 12 months is that prices on some computer parts have gone up dramatically, and I don't see those prices coming down on any time soon. What do you think?
It depends what parts you're talking about. Some things have a very predictable sort of price cycle that can be somewhat predicted. Things like storage and memory are things that large companies buy bulk of, and there's like a boom bust kind of two-speed operation to the market for things like memory and storage. But things like graphics cards, that's a little bit independent. Things like CPUs, particularly AMD CPUs, going up in price. These are driven more by the supply and demand equations in the market, with everyone being, driven towards AMD over Intel. So then the prices of them have gone up. Also, Ryzen 5000 and its performance numbers have cemented them as the performance kings. So that's caused some disruption for CPUs, and obviously for graphics cards, we've seen all the Bitcoin mining, or Ethereum mining, I should say, going on, and that's disrupted graphics card sales in both the used and new market globally. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, but it depends what parts you're talking about. If you look at, say, power supply prices, they've remained relatively consistent through the same period. So yeah, just FYI, storage and memory is on the way up. So if you were looking to upgrade your storage and memory, definitely now is the time to do it. Actually, no, I can connect to the internet.
Anthony gave a thumbs up.
Yep.
Would you guys like me to put dinner in the oven?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Got some curry going on for dinner tonight. That'll be nice.
Indeed.
So I don't normally do this where I connect to the internet here. It's because I'm normally setting up a customer's computer, and because this is my computer here, I'm going to sign in with one of my Microsoft accounts, and then we'll have a few settings automatically applied for me. What's up, babe? Your mum pissed you off?
No,
What's up?
I'm not hungry.
Oh. See, look, I was just on cruise control then, eh? Yeah. You. Make sure that's blanked out. I don't give a shit. Oh, who cares? Remind me later. Nobody cares. No, some people care. Some people want OneDrive and stuff like that. I have product key. Not now. All the extra crap. But see, it's already started getting Windows updates now. So, like, we're kind of ahead like that, I guess you could say. And this probably will take several minutes. Shit. I was listening to some Joe Satriani in the car before. He always has like in his music. It's like he has little pauses in his riffs. It's like he like composes all the songs like singing along like da 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 da, like whatever the fuck the riff is, and there's like you sing along to, you just like talk out the tunes that he's singing, and there's like spots to take a breath right where you take a breath if you just kind of sung the tune that he sings. So it's like, I reckon if I asked him how he composes his melodies and stuff, he'd say, yeah, I just like sit at home and just like sing along to myself, and when I come up with something I start strumming away on the guitar, because it's like he's got those little breaths in there. Anyway, now we're in Windows, App Center, install that. Let's make sure our Windows date. Now fix the screen resolution. We've got a USB-C around the back here. We can also hook up our SSD, which we're going to install some Steam games onto. Up.
Oh.
What happened there? Aha!
Fucked up, Tim.
No. That's not going to happen anymore.
Oh,
One of the
sure?
No. I know what happened then. One of the modular power cables for the motherboard ATX connector was slightly out.
Yes,
It's from when I've been picking it up by the cables. It just came out.
You shouldn't be picking it up
Well, how else do I pick it up?
by the box.
I'm just going to restart it so it detects my hard drive because I haven't enabled SATA hot plug. What the fuck's SATA hot plug, Tim? SATA hot plug is where you can enable the SATA ports on your motherboard to behave just like a USB device plugged in. So when you plug in a SATA drive, you can plug it in while Windows is running, and it makes the USB sound like it's connected to a USB drive. And yeah, you can just access your drives on the go without restarting like what we've done now. But it's usually a setting that you'll have to enable manually in BIOS, but it's pretty handy to have. It prevents you from having to do what I've just done there. Can we just fuck all this crap off? Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with it at first. It was turning on, turning off, and like, it'll do that when you put a new CPU and RAM into a motherboard. It'll turn on and turn off. But it was like turning off randomly. It was, well, I could notice it wasn't turning off at the right time. I'm like, that's not right. It's not right. Okay, what do we got here? All this crap. So this third-party software, we can fuck all that shit right off. I don't want any of that on here. But all this other crap can go on, that's fine. As you can see from a desktop experience, it's not really an issue. Oh, why have we got no internet?
Have you got it plugged in?
I'm gonna plug. No. Oh, it's got Wi-Fi, but I'm gonna plug a cable in, so it's a bit more reliable. There we go. Now I have to do that again.
Mm-hmm. Bubble.
Check out the CPU usage. Oh no, this is only 2 cores and 2 threads. No hyperthreading. This made me worse than I thought. I thought they all had hyperthreading on 10th gen. Not the Celerons, just the cores. What's wrong? You right? feeling sick. Hey Pax, how you going, man? Good to have you with us. We got one of the new RTX 3060s, and we got like the cheapest CPU in Australia, and we're gonna put them together and see how it goes, just for the lulz, and to see whether buying that cheapest possible CPU and like a mid-range graphics card in 2021 is actually a good idea if you're on a real tight budget. Because funnily enough, people usually spend too much on a CPU and then they get some real dunger graphics card, and then that's always, you're always going to have a bad time. You're better off spending more on your graphics card and less on your CPU with a gaming PC. That's the general sort of wisdom. You want to spend like, ideally, like half to 60% of your budget on your graphics card, not including a monitor. But if you're on a real tight budget, something like a Celeron or an i3 or a Ryzen 3 or something can actually be an okay option, especially like Ryzen 3 3300X. It's good when it's overclocked. Same with the 31. They are legitimately impressive little budget CPUs. This little CPU's getting a workout just installing drivers. It's tanked. What else do we need on here? I don't have Firmark installer on here for some reason. Won't worry about Afterburner. Won't be doing any overclocking with this graphics card. It's not mine. Well, I mean it's mine, but it's a customer's. It's going in a customer's PC. Well, I'll need Steam. I'll need these. Yeah, man, it's pretty much all it pretty much all comes down to the graphics card. Until you get to really, really high frame rates, then it's important to have a strong CPU. So like for a normal person, the best advice is to get as much SSD as you can. Sorry, not get as much graphics card as what you can for your money. And as much SSD as you can for your money. Why am I not getting internet? Okay. Why am I not getting an internet connection through that? Anthony says, hey Tim, got a message from my friend in the US who went and bought himself a new graphics card, ROG Strix 3090, not even 48 hours old, and it died on him. Not very happy. There's none left in stock. Told he could be waiting 3 months to get the graphics card replaced, maybe longer. I won't repeat some of his choice words that he sent me in the conversation, but I tell you he's not happy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be happy either, but he's definitely got unlucky because, I mean, the ROG Strix ones are some of the best ones that you can get, so yeah, a bit unfortunate there. I sort of wonder what was wrong with it. Whoop. It's really struggling with the multi-threaded workload that we're putting onto it now. It's not exactly a hefty multi-threaded workload, but I guess you got to remember this is 2 threads. Oh, well, that's what we can do while we're waiting. We can set up our new drive. So as you can see, this CPU would make good work in your grandma's computer. Okay, so here we go. Can anyone see what's wrong here? It's showing up. Why aren't I seeing? Oh, there we go. No, there's no problem with it. I was going to say it looks like it didn't get a letter assigned to it, so it's not going to show up, but it actually did have a letter assigned to it. Sorry, that lesson is cancelled. Sweet as. Geez, I don't know how good I've got it when I install this on a normal PC. Glad we're not going back to bloody 4 threads. Oh, it should be pretty straightforward from here. Alrighty, so this is pretty much done. Oh shit. What's my name? What's my account name? Hey, at least I got it.
Is he gonna get it?
Damn straight I have access to my Steam account. Alrighty. So what games are we going to test?
Middle Earth.
Nah, it's too easy. Shadow of Tomb Raider.
Flight simulator.
Nah, too much space. What?
I've done myself a mischief with my rings.
Oh.
Can't get them off my knee pad.
GTA. It's a big one. Yeah, we'll do GTA. Counter-Strike.
Fire in the hole. Does it still do that? I don't know.
I don't know. Apex Legends. Alright, so we'll do a reboot now. And so Anthony says his friend's gonna find out exactly what's wrong with the graphics card. Yeah. The good thing is, being an Asus ROG Strix card, Asus are most likely going to look after him pretty well. So you shouldn't have anything to worry about. My wife looks sick.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, it's not your fault. Or maybe it is.
What? Fuck you.
I just mean, did you drink too much wine?
No.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I was like, oh, maybe it is you.
Sorry.
Oh, I feel exhausted just installing the updates. This does not bode well for our experiment. Did I even say the right word then? I think I did. Someone can correct me if I didn't. Huh?
Yeah. Are you confusing me? If you can hear a cat meowing in the background, he's been fed twice. He's had second dinner. So meow, meow.
He's bored.
He's been played with.
Yeah, but he's still bored. Oh, come on! I thought we'd at least be running some benchmarks by now. I'm running out of things to talk about. At this rate, I'm going to go away and have a shower and come back.
Getting windows ready.
Come on.
Ooh. I hate that sound.
Hey, buddy cat. Big, large cat. Check out the big cat.
Probably more interesting what's going on.
He's a big buddy.
Yeah, I should have actually adopted this one.
Yeah, he was like emaciated, but I don't think anyone realised that he was emaciated because he's got really long, thick fur. Big cat. And he'll just chill here on my lap. It's alright, I don't mind. Digs his claws into your leg and shit, but it's alright. That's okay, mate, because you're a good boy. Yeah. He'll fuck you up, this big cat. He doesn't take any shit from any other cat. Like, he's a big boy. He's a big cat.
Like slaps.
Yep. Like slaps, scratches, and chicken. Not in any particular order.
Probably take the chicken over everything else.
Yeah, he usually likes the chicken.
So he's partial to a little bit of sausage meat and a little bit of salami, ham.
This is taking too long.
It is.
I can't handle this. Big cat. Hey? Yes, I know. You get bored, don't you, mate? Hey, this is where you should be out killing things, but we don't let you go out. Yeah, I know. It's a bit rough, eh? It's a bit rough. You have to lie around all day. So I guess we get to the point now where we just kind of go, let's just turn her off.
But it says don't.
Yeah, well, there comes a point. There comes a point when you're waiting for all this where you just go, yeah, okay, it's timed out. But I don't want to feel like I'm there and not account for the fact that we've got a slower processor. What's wrong? I have the screwdriver in my hand.
Cat.
What's all this stuff, hey? Come on. You gonna do something, or are you gonna make me turn you off? See, I like to live dangerously. We'll take our chances with what installed and what didn't install. Because I get the feeling this is going to be quicker than... Ah, look at that.
That's actually doing something.
Yeah. I just triggered it to get a move on. Large cat. Okay, let's sign in to GeForce Experience when it wants to load. What's that?
Cat.
The hum of the fans is calming for him, hey? Jesus, look at that. Oh, you can't see it because of the screen. Can you make me smaller? Trying to get those NVIDIA Game Ready drivers. It's telling me 65,000 hours to go. Oh, now it's started to speed up. It said 65,000 hours to go.
Of course.
65,000 hours.
That's what?
Do you know how long 65,000 hours is? Divide it by 24. It's like 30 years.
Dinner will be about 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, it won't be getting hot at all. So I can show you that. So there's our temperatures, there's our utilization. So the key point here is small processor, low powered processor. Even if it's going hard out, it's not producing a lot of heat. So a lot of the heat that you'll get from a CPU is going to be generated from the fact that they've squeezed so much onto a little tiny chip, and that's where a lot of the heat's coming from. With a chip like this cooler that we've got on, the stock cooler is literally all that you need. It does a more than adequate job at keeping this cool. I don't even need this, but I just want it downloaded. I want it all to be sorted. Oh, it got up to 40 degrees. So once that's finished downloading, we'll have a look at some of the benchmarks that we installed, and then I'm going to leave it on to download those games, and we'll have a look at it again tomorrow, and we'll try and run those games and see how it goes. So it'll be a bit of fun. Like I said, I like to do some fun things like this from time to time. I'm going to put stuff like this on the YouTube channel. I've got heaps of like random things to do like this that I'll make videos of and stuff now that I've got a bit more time to do it. So if you've got any ideas for random things to try, send them through to me, and if it's a good one, I'll give it a go if I can make it happen. So as we can see, the thermals all around on the motherboard are fine, but we're in an open case situation where we've just got a board sitting on top of a cardboard box. It's all very, very, very cool. We've got an air conditioner up there. It's blowing cool air down on top of everything. So very, very, very cool environment for it to be working in. Oh geez, just download. It's like 20 megabytes. Just get it done. Stop downloading at dial-up speeds. Oh, geez. So this internet speed that you're seeing here, this isn't on my end. This is Nvidia, because the 3060 has been released globally today. There's a lot of people trying to download these game ready drivers for it right now. So that's most likely what's causing the hold up, but it looks like we're right at the end now, so it shouldn't take long. Jeez. It's less than 2 megabytes to go. It's the longest 2 megabytes ever. Catch you later, Anthony. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good chatting with you. I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, I think we'll leave it there for tonight because my dinner's arrived. So I'm gonna sign off for now. Sorry if you're watching tonight and you're hoping to see some benchmarks. This just installed a lot slower than what I was planning. So we'll do the benchmarks. We'll do all the benchmarks, starting with the desktop ones, and then we'll get into the Steam game benchmarks as well. So have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next video.